Tag, grüezi miteinander. Hello, my name is Eve, and on my channel I discuss how to teach your child German when you are not a native German speaker. Today's topic is our summer German learning routine. So every morning when my boys wake up, the first thing they do is they put on Netflix and switch the language to either Spanish or French. And then the second language they will learn is always German. So in the summer, they have time for 2 episodes in the morning. So every day my boys do 10 minutes of German Duolingo. Sometimes I have to help my 6-year-old with some of the spellings, but my 9-year-old has no problem doing Duolingo in German. I make them both write a sentence in German every single day. It can be any sentence they want. I do make them look over a vocabulary list every day, and then I will give them a vocabulary test. So today, just to switch things up, I asked my 9-year-old to draw a picture beside the word he was writing just to give him a visual aid of the word. Now, my youngest son, I put flashcards right beside him, and then he wrote the word beside it. And then after he wrote the word, I made him say the word out loud. As you can see, the genders are correct. The spellings are not great, but that's okay, because as long as he gets the gender right, that's what I'm looking for. And then when he says it out loud, he says it properly. Eventually, the spelling will come. But for now, I love how he spelled Kühlschrank. So my boys have access from their school to a website called clever.com. And when we go to Clever, there are 2 apps. It's called Moby Junior and regular Moby. So this is a cartoon that explains everything from social studies to health to grammar and so on. There's so much on there. So for my 6-year-old, I open up Moby Junior and I make sure to play him a grammar video every single day, because in order to learn German, you have to know what the grammar terms are called and what they are and how they work in English. So I will play a video, for instance, about nouns, and then he will play the video, and then he'll take the quiz at the end, and they have like jokes to go with the video, and then a cartoon that goes with the video. It's so much fun. And my son will learn about nouns, and then when we are reading in German, or if he writes a sentence in German, say, okay, so we know all nouns in German are capitalized. Are there any words in your sentence that should be capitalized? And so since my 6-year-old knows what a noun is, he looks over and goes, oh, I need to make this capitalized. My 9-year-old watched a video about conjunctions in English. And then after the video is played, it's this really fun, cute cartoon. There is an easy quiz and a hard quiz. And then he takes it, and then it shows whether he was paying attention to the video or not. And so after he did the conjunctions video in English, with his German teacher, he discussed conjunctions in German. And because he already reviewed what conjunctions are in English, he had the concept of what conjunctions are in German. So him and his German teacher discussed what the German conjunctions are, where the verb should go, and then his teacher would say 5 sentences in English, and after every sentence, my son gave her the German translation, putting the verb in the correct place. But they have to know English grammar and what the words are before they learn it in German. So that's why we do English grammar every day, so then they can go ahead and discuss that with their German teacher. This is why I can't go to Target. I saw this Play-Doh Kitchen and I just had to get it because I knew it would be such a fun activity for my boys to do with their German tutor and me, of course. My boys do a lot of role playing with their German tutor. A lot of times their German tutor is the customer, and then they are the shop owner or the chef. And so she will order a kebab with peppers and mushrooms and meat and chicken and onions with corn on the cob. And then they will say, how much does this cost? Would you like a drink with that? Have a nice day. Thank you very much, you know. And their teacher will speak in the conjunctive zwei. So the conjunctive zwei is what you use for wishes and dreams, and it's also a way to speak to be more polite in German. So when my boys do learn the conjunctive zwei in the future, it won't be new to them because their German teacher is already sneaking that into their role-playing activity. So my boys were like, I've heard this before. This looks familiar. So you can sneak a lot of grammar lessons into your lessons with role-playing, and your child won't even realize they're learning grammar. So this is so wonderful. You can even do this with a Baskin-Robbins menu, for instance. So go to Baskin-Robbins website and look at the menu, and then their German teacher, or if you speak German, you can request from your child, can you make me an mint chocolate chip ice cream pizza with marshmallows and chocolate sauce and all the toppings that you see on the Baskin-Robbins website. The reason why I say Baskin-Robbins is because we went there the other week and I'm like, they make pizza, this is great. Like an ice cream pizza, how cool. And this year my son's birthday theme is a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle theme, and we're totally ordering Baskin-Robbins ice cream pizza. So that's why I'm like infatuated with this pizza. My boys are learning a lot of vocabulary for the different foods. They are learning conjunctive zwei, like I mentioned, and they're learning how to order politely and speak to someone politely in a formal way. So my boys speak to their German teacher in Duzen. It's a very informal way of speaking. But when they're role-playing, they are learning how to speak formally to someone, how to speak in a very polite way. And that is so important, learning how to speak both ways and to know when to use Duzen and when to use the formal way of speaking to someone, because that could be really rude if you're speaking to an elderly person or an adult as a child in a Duzen manner. That's really rude. So it's great that they're learning how to speak in a very formal way to people, so when they do need to use it, they know how to. So I mentioned in past videos that my boys do have a star chart for learning German, and they can get stars by reading to me in German for 10 minutes a day, or finding random German words in books they are reading, and so on. So they did accomplish their goal. They got their 60 stars, so we took them to Chuck E. Cheese. And my boys were so proud of themselves because they worked really hard for those stars, and they realized if we save our stars, instead of cashing them out at 20 stars, you know, where they would get like a small little toy, they save their stars and they can get something really big and something really special. So we are now saving to go to a movie theater. So of course, during the summer, my boys still take italki classes. I always sign them up for the 30-minute classes. They will take one Spanish and one French class once a week, and then they will work with their private German teacher once or twice a week. And so with their private German teacher, they work with her for an hour and 15 minutes. So my youngest son, who is 6, will do 20 minutes, and then my 9-year-old will do the rest of the time. So that's all I have today. The next video will be about what it was like growing up in a chocolate factory when I was little. Dankeschön, tschüss.